Hello YouTube. I'm trying something tonight I haven't done before, which is I am not going to edit this film. I am going to film the cook in its entirety. I might have to edit it. I've got a pan out. We're going to start the dal off. I've got some ghee. If you haven't got ghee, use vegetable oil. I'm going to put a tablespoon of ghee and I'm going to melt that. The first thing that will be going in the pan is I've got a teaspoon of black mustard seeds and a small handful of, I'm looking at the wrong place, a small handful of curry leaves. So when I see fresh curry leaves, I buy them and I put them straight in the freezer. They're not as good as the fresh ones, but it's better than nothing, and it's a great thing to have. I'm going to just let the ghee bubble. Thing you need to do, this will be enough for 2 people. I've got 100 grams of red lentils that I have soaked for at least half an hour. These are probably soaked for a bit longer, and I'm just going to drain those out. And I'm going to leave those to cook for, it might take 5 to 10 minutes. I've got a teaspoon of ground coriander, half a teaspoon each of turmeric and cumin, and then half a teaspoon also of Kashmiri chili powder. I'm cooking, there is a recipe on my website which has got a sort of a marinated spice chicken on top, but I'm feeling lazy today, and I had these 2 beautiful breast fillets that have got the skin on, which I love. So I'm just going to very simply pan fry these. They were salted about 4 or 5 hours ago, and we will damp them down before we cook them. In my little mini chopper, I've got, I weighed it, it was 15 grams of ginger and 2 fat cloves of garlic that I just pulsed a few times with some water. Just a dash of water. Okay, the onions are lovely and soft. I'm going to put in a little bit of salt. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. I'm going to drop in the curry leaves. They'll pop a bit. I'm going to put in all the spices. And just cook those for a couple of minutes, because that's called blooming, where you're actually bringing out the flavour from the spices. If you think you want a little bit more oil in there, which I do, I'm going to add a little bit more ghee. Yes, I licked my finger. Next thing going in is the garlic and ginger. What I've done here is I've just washed this out with a little bit of water just to loosen the bit stuck on the side, because adding splashes of water as you go and then cooking the water off stops the spices burning, it stops anything burning, it kind of gives you breathing space to get everything cooked. It's all about layering flavours, so I'm going to leave that for a few minutes. This is all... Spice mix is all lovely and cooked. I'm going to tip in the lentils, stir to coat, next thing going in is a tin of coconut milk, This is going to take about 25 minutes to cook. Oh, there goes the cat. This is going to take about 25 minutes to cook, stirring occasionally. Now we'll move on to the chicken. I've got a pan, use a non-stick pan, use whatever frying pan you want. Mine is a spun iron pan. I'm just going to heat that. You can use a little bit of vegetable oil, or I'm actually going to use, I've got schmaltz. What is schmaltz, you ask? Well, I collect all of the fat from when I roast chickens, and it makes this beautiful, it's the same as like duck fat or goose fat. It's chicken fat, and it is packed full of flavour. So I am actually going to put a little bit of schmaltz in this pan. As I said, you can use vegetable oil. I've got my chicken breasts. I'm going to dry the tops, and it's going to go in. Remember, I've seasoned them a while ago, so they don't need any extra seasoning, and I'm going to put them in skin side down. Then I'm going to dry, also I'm going to dry this side too. There we go, sticking everywhere. And I'm going to cook those chicken breasts for about 15 minutes. I'm going to leave them on the skin side until the skin is crisp, and then turn them over. And the internal temperature we're looking for, as I always say, is 75. I have turned my chicken over. It's got beautiful crispy skin, and I'm going to give it another 5 to 7 minutes. I'll check its internal temperature too. Oh, that's nearly done. But what I like to do is tidy up before I serve, so that it's not a messy kitchen when I've finished eating. The dal took about 20 minutes. I've tasted it. It certainly needs a nice squeeze of lemon. Oh. It needs a little bit more salt, so I'm using finishing salt. Some pepper. You could add a little pinch of garam masala, but I don't think it needs it. Oh, I didn't press play. Yes, I did. I did. Oh God, I'm finding this harder and harder. I've got a tomato that I've just chopped, one tomato, because I love the acidity from that. I've got 3 very small spring onions that I've chopped, that's going in. And I've got about a tablespoon of fresh coriander. Next, I'm going to slice the chicken on the diagonal. It's still lovely and warm, and the top is still crispy. I'm going to take this little piece off for the cat. You can't see her, she's just sitting there waiting. Let me just feed Daisy. Get my priorities right. Oh, it's a bit hot, Daisy. I'm going to leave it. Dal in the bottom of a big bowl. Oh, smells gorgeous. Sliced chicken can sit on top. One last sprinkle coriander. And that is just a very straightforward dal with pan roasted chicken.